I don't know if it says here. Oh, Al-Shabaab claimed responsibility for this attack.
Oh man. Yeah, yeah, that's what I was wondering too. Like, who does have access or the key code or whatever to? Yeah, I can ask Conrad. And yeah, okay. I'm not sure the order they're going in, and you were the first interviewer, so they're not going in order with this. So the first episode so far is Joy, and then the next episode they want it to, yeah, they want it to be the December show where we're in a gallery. They want to show that one next. So okay, thank you so much, Joe. I'll talk to you later. All right. All right. Alright. What up, though? What it do? What it do? What it do? Kind of warm in here now. Alright, guys. About to give y'all a little sneak peek of some shit. Bananas. About to give y'all a little sneak peek. You ready? I don't think y'all ready for this shit, man. Let me eat my banana first. Then I'll show y'all. Ain't nobody gonna say good morning to me? Well, fuck you, nigga. Fuck you, all 2020. Coming here, just looking at me, staring me in my face. Don't say good morning. What's wrong with y'all, man? Huh? Where y'all do that at? Oh, good morning, Mr. Prince. Good morning to you too, sir. You know? But stick around real quick, yo. I'm gonna show you a sneak peek, a little preview. Some foreshadowing, if you like to say. Now, I probably have to say like oranges, like tangerines, or those little halos. Yeah, that's probably my favorite fruit, yo. I can eat that shit all day. But bananas come in a real close second, yo. I love bananas, yo. And pears. But you give me some tangerines, or some nectarines, or anything like that, they gone, son. Eat the fuck out that shit. Alright. Who's sending me messages here? Alright. I gotta take my trash out again, yo. I swear, just like I should just get filled with water bottles and shit so fucking fast, though. Like, jeez. Got all kind of shit in here. Well, I can take this Michael's bag. Well, not Michael's, AC Moore's. Alright, that's not too bad. Got that emptied. I'll carry this downstairs with me when I leave. Did I get paint all on myself? Yes, I did. That's the obvious. You're not a painter if you don't have paint on all your shit, son. Alright, so you ready for the preview, guys? Oh, whoa, camera. Oh, cameraman, what you doing? This is for your eyes only. And it's not a picture of me naked, so don't get all extra excited. I haven't even seen this shit yet. We're watching this for the first time together, yeah? Hi, I'm your host, Travis Prince, and this is Electric City Television's Roundtable Discussions. We are live right now at AFA's 2019 December's member show, and I'm speaking with one of my favorite artists, Ted Scazzafabo. How's it going, man?
Good, thank you. That's very kind of you. Thanks.
So this member show is really big, and we have a lot of different artists in here. How many times have you presented art in a member show here at AFA?
This is my first time. I just joined AFA this year after my show. It's a great place. It really fosters a lot of artists and creativity here, and it's really inspiring just to be in this building. So this is my first of many. So hopefully I do this maybe every time they have it.
Yeah, so AFA has a member show twice a year. They do one in the summertime in June and one that carries from December to January. And so this is some of your latest art here?
Yes, this is new. I made it purposely for this. This is the first time showing it. I make sure I want to get it done for this. So it's kind of inspiration to get the stuff out for these shows and stuff. So yeah, this is brand new.
Well, I really like it. Like we talked before, dude, I really love your style where you use the digital effects, but it still looks incredibly a lot like a painting. The geometric shapes you use in your art has this very stark contrast to the way you make the colors flow like paint. It's really intriguing. I really enjoy your stuff, dude.
Great, thank you very much. It's really intentional. Geometric seems to be a pattern in my stuff that kind of comes out. I think it's just something that's in me, and I don't know why. And so this is almost a direct play of that, and it's something I think people maybe see with abstract expressionism, or if you call it this. There's a lot of stuff in this, even though it just looked random shape. There's a lot of meaning in this. So for me, so everything's there for a reason for this. So I'm glad people appreciate it for what it is. But for everything that's there, it's for a reason, you know.
Well, that's the main thing I want to get to about this piece. I love the colors. The contrast with the deep greens and the yellows and oranges, but the title alone is very, very striking. It's called Prelude, The Making of a Loser. So can you explain that to us?
Yeah, so there's a lot in the title.
Oh, y'all thought I'd just be sitting in this motherfucking studio on PlayStation Playroom? Man, I do this shit in real life. I do this shit in real life. See, that's the only thing. Some people on the internet, they're cool on the internet, but I'm cool. I'm the shit in real life, like for real, you know? So this was a really, really good show. Oh, can't wait for more. Ba 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 da. Tss, tss. I'm the fucking man in real life.
Are educated as thoroughly as you are. So currently, right now, in Miami, there's Art Basel 2019 going on, and someone duct taped a banana to a canvas, and it sold for $120,000. Do you think that's good art or bad art?
I think that's clearly bad art. The whole, if you think it's art, it is art. It's kind of getting a little too far, you know, conceptual art where the concept matters more than the impact it has on its own. So, yeah, I don't think a banana taped to the wall is valid to say that's art or good art at the very least.
Hey man, I do this. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. I bet you can't beat that one. What? That was a good one. Damn. Woo. Let a lot of pressure off just now. I cannot wait to wash my hair today. Bruh. My shit looking stiff. What? That shit looking all frizzy. I got the dandruffs coming out. That shit getting washed today though. Wash that bitch up. Twist that shit nice. Do my little shape up and shit. You know what I'm saying? Come on, this bitch looking like $1 million. Oh, is that Tupac? No, I ain't Tupac, bitch. Oh, is that Snoop Dogg? Definitely don't look like Snoop Dogg. Uncle Snoop. Now, if a fine ass bitch be like, is that Snoop Dogg? Like, hey, for shizzle my nizzle, little bizzle. Come hop on this whizzle. You know what I'm saying? Get some of this dizzle. Mmm. Damn, I'm so excited about these shows, man. These shows are just, they're on the way. Everything is on the way. And now, we're trying to get into the gallery today to take some still shots of some of the art that's actually at the gallery. I'm just trying to wait on these contacts back. Motherfuckers gonna be up as early as me. Bam 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 tss, tss, bam 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 tss, tss, bam 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 bam. Y'all had my cars broke into last night? Yeah, like no, for real. I went to I went to go to the gym this morning. So I'm walking up to my car and it looked like my car door is cracked open. I'm thinking to myself, did I not close my door all the way? Then I get up to the car and I look inside and like all this shit from my console, from my center console and my glove box are just strewn everywhere, all in the seats and shit. Then I'm thinking even harder, like, did I do that? Did I just pull everything out and not put it away? I was like, I don't remember doing that. So I opened the car door, I was like, yo, somebody been in my shit. Then I got I got two vehicles and one is parked right behind the other. So the car is in the rear. So I came out the back door and I reached the car first. And so my truck is parked in front of the car. So I look up to the truck and it looked like the door, the driver door on the truck isn't closed all the way. So I walk up to the goddamn truck, looking at that bitch. Everything in there is just strewn and thrown around. Like, yo, somebody came and went through both of my fucking vehicles, yo. Cause I don't lock my doors. I don't park on the street. You know what I'm saying? I have off the street parking in my driveway. So motherfucker had to come on my property in my fucking yard and go through my property in my yard. Not to find shit, cause I don't keep shit in my fucking cars other than some trash receipts and old CDs and chewing gum. Like, motherfuckers ain't got shit. They just wasted their time going through that shit, yo. I'm just mad that I got violated. I feel hurt. I feel unrespected. And that shit ain't cool. You don't respect my shit, yo. Now, motherfuckers gonna make me buy a goddamn camera. I'm gonna wanna fuck a nigga up, yo. I can just imagine, like, if I would've came out there and caught these motherfuckers going through my shit, bro, I would've went to fucking jail. Both of us would've went to jail, cause you would've went to jail for petty theft or whatever, and I would've went to jail for assault. Cause I would've beat this nigga down on my property too. I'm beating you the fuck down, bro. Hooty hoo. Hooty hooty hoo. Who that, who that, who that, who that, who that, who that, who? Who that, who that, who that, trying to get up in my crew? Who that, who that? Never mind, y'all don't remember that shit. Oh. See a nigga like me. Don't fuck with no niggas like you. Cause a nigga like me, I don't play around with no motherfucking fools. And you a fool. And you a fool. So a nigga like me, I don't fuck with niggas like you. I see a nigga like me, I don't play around with no motherfucking fools. And you a fool. And you a fool. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, shit. Dun, 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 dun. Bam, 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 dun, 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 bam, bam, dun, dun. I'm just surfing social media real quick, guys. Trying to really wait to see if somebody's gonna fucking hit me back because, dear Iran, on behalf of the black community, we aren't even really a part of this country. We was kidnapped. Don't come over with that shit Iran, think y'all fucking everybody up. Yo, I'm an innocent bystander, bro. Go to the White House. 1000 Pennsylvania Avenue, or whatever the address is. Fuck them motherfuckers up, man. Don't fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? We ain't really part of this shit, bro. I ain't even supposed to be here. Man, I'm supposed to be on a savannah somewhere, wearing a loincloth, trying to chase down a gazelle. That's what I should be doing. That's how I feel like my spiritual essence should be, in harmonious unification with nature. But instead, I'm living in a European industrialized Western civilization, speaking a language that's not even native to my tongue. It's all fucked up. It's all fucked up. So, yeah, when y'all start attacking Americans and blowing up Americans and shit, hey, just know it wasn't the niggas, man. It was not the niggas. Cause a nigga like me don't fuck with a nigga like you. And a nigga like me don't fuck with no motherfucking fools. Wow, that's crazy. First subway fight of the decade. Happy New Year. Choke that bitch out. He beating his bitch ass, yeah. Probably his goddamn girlfriend, too. He kicked this bitch, yo. I know it should be hard to see, but yo, dude in the jacket, tussling with his chick, yo, he choked her out, slammed her to the chair. Yo, the bitch ain't wanna give up though. I guarantee you they're a couple, yo. Cause they not cursing each other out like, fuck you don't know me, I'll get my cousin on you, fuck you dirty bitch, you don't know me either. Like, they know each other, yo. That's his old lady. And they fight like that all the time, probably. He's still banging his ass. Bap! Nigga, fuck you, I will. Then she gonna kick him. Get the fuck.
Yo, step out, man. Yo, step out. Yo, step out.
Yo, watch. Get the fuck. Drag that bitch out by her hair, yo. Yo, he drag her by the hair. And then kick her. Bam! Yeah, that's my favorite part right there. That kick to the kidneys. Yeah, that shit hurt that bitch, bro. Yo, he pull her out by the hair. Yo, grab that hair. Drag her. Bitch, I will. Think. Yo, he meant that kick too, yo. That wasn't no like, that wasn't no like, oh, get away from me, stop, get away. That bitch went, bah, why? Yo, she curled over like, oh, shit. Probably peed on herself a little bit, man. You get punched right there, you kick right there. Boy, that shit hurt. Boy, he kicked that shit out of her in the goddamn kidneys. Fuck that bitch shit up. I love watching shit like this. I will never share that shit on my social media. I don't even see why people share shit like that. And then they say, oh, it's wrong. You should never do a woman like this. You shouldn't ever treat anybody like this. But you're sharing it on your social media. Like, stop promoting this shit by sharing it and keeping that shit in everybody's eyesight and shit, man. Now I just scroll down. That's the second person sharing that shit. Watch. So the fight right there. Scroll down my page. There's another post about military. Boom. Scroll down. The same fucking Subway fight again. Let's see who else reposted this shit. Oh, nobody else in an immediate area. Just stop posting that shit, yo. Oh, this nigga gay. He gonna have that big ass waves in their hair like that, bro. What the fuck is you doing? You ain't Little Richard, nigga. And that shit blonde on top. Blonde and black beard. Look at. Ooh, his boyfriend must really like that shit. Cause that can't even be your real hair, dude. That gotta be some weave in that shit, nigga. Dude got blonde weave.
Yo, who is this right here, man? Wow. Be so amazed by what I'm about to say. Okay. Everybody is a nigga. White, black, yellow, brown. Really? Skin color don't matter. You can still be down. I ain't never been. If this song ever blows up, white people, let me give you a little bit of advice. Don't take this man's advice. All right. Black people do not share the same sentiment as him. You gonna wind up getting your ass whooped. Walk around saying nigga, listening to this dickhead. Okay? And what the fuck is up with this guy making shit like this for shock value? This supposed to be a good song? You got logic behind it? Knock it off, nigga.
So this played back to back. Somebody else posted that shit twice. I don't know. Still really trying to wait on the fucking text message, man. People don't be fucking communicating fast enough. Why y'all not up yet? Why aren't you up yet? I don't fall with no niggas like you. You see a nigga like me? I don't fuck with no niggas like you. Okay. Oh, yesterday I was chilling, bro. I don't stream every day.
So Al-Shabaab, in January 2019, Al-Shabaab attacked a hotel and business complex. And they said that attack was in response to President Trump's decision to recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. Okay, this is interesting. Hold on, I want to post this.
I really appreciate you putting me up on Agenda Free TV. My man do be coming with the facts. Yeah, that Kenya shit. Oh, no. I got some more footage from another episode of my TV show. Y'all ain't ready for that shit, man. Y'all ain't ready for the TV show, bro. Ooh, I got a message. No, it's not from the person I wanted to talk to. I need to talk with the gallery director because I need to get in the fucking art gallery today. I need to be in the art gallery today, taking some photos of some shit for my show. Yeah, that Kenya shit, I'm gonna get back on that in 1 minute.
Art is kind of getting a little too far, conceptual art where the concept matters more than the impact it has on its own. So, yeah, I don't think a banana taped to the wall is to say that's art or good art at the very least. I mean, you saw that come with Duchamp, with his toilet, the fountain. You see that come with maybe like even Jackson Pollock with splattering paint. But even they are a lot better to look at than a banana taped to the wall. So I don't know where we're going to go with it. I mean, maybe eventually this wine glass would sell for 18 million or 100 million if we say it's art, Well, it's great talking to you, Matt. I love your stuff, and I can't wait to see something else from you. Oh, absolutely. Thanks for having me. Hi, we're still live at AFA's 2019 member show for December, and I'm talking with one of my favorite artists, Joe Cluck. Hey, Joe, how's it going? Good to hear that. That was very nice of you to say that, but too kind. The check will be in the mail later on. So, Joe, how long have you been a member of the AFA Gallery?
I've been here about 10 years, actually, and it's because of the AFA Gallery that I learned a lot. I'm a member of the hanging committee, so I'm actually one of the people who put these pieces on the wall. And when I put them on the wall, I look and see firsthand. I hold them in my hand, I look at the back of them, I stretch the wires, and I see firsthand what's involved in making that painting. And in so doing, I learn an awful lot from that. And so 10 years I've been doing that, and the experience and the education has been very, very valuable to me. And
that's kind of how I learned too, is by taking great care to pay attention to the details that you put in your stuff.
Right. Well, it's actually learning, but it's also stealing from them too, you know? It's borrowing their ideas, whatever they do, the little nuances that they put in their paint. Never had any formal...
I really want to delve into some of the newer art that you have here. So the members show you're able to submit up to 3 pieces, and you have 3 pieces here. And this first piece is titled Copper Coke.
So these are Coke bottles that I got at a antique store. They're old, right across the whole top of the piece store. They're old Coke bottles.
I'm fucking up right here. After all this was done, the camera guy told me, he was like, look, bro. He's like, when you're interviewing live on the air like this, you see my microphone hand? It should not be in the hand that's facing the camera. So I'm blocking off a lot of the artwork, and I'm blocking off a lot of other imagery because the profile that is facing the camera shouldn't really be holding the microphone. So there's like, oh, next time when you're live on site like that, just make sure that your microphone is away from the TV so that you can turn and face the camera and have a better positioning for yourself and the person you're interviewing. Because this way, like with the microphone in that hand, I really can't just turn around and like have a position where I'm looking directly at the camera. But if the mic was in the other hand, it'll be easier just for me to pan around a little bit, and you can get more of a direct shot on my face. So that is something I actually picked up, because this is my first time filming live on like location. Normally we're in the studio and we have tons of time for takes and this and that. And so if we mess up, or if I fumble, or if I stutter or anything, we just like cut, take, and then do it again while we're sitting in the studio. But when you're live on site like this, we're not doing multiple takes for these shots. And so it's just being aware of your posture, your body position. Make sure that you're open to the camera. Like now, I'm not open to the camera at all. My back and my shoulders to the camera. Just try to keep yourself open to the camera and keep the mic away from the camera. And also try to engage a little bit more with the audience and the camera. Give the camera some direct eye contact a little more often. So just little things like that.
Bottles, and I laid them down, and I put a flashlight as a light source along the bottom here. And so that cat's seeing it a different light.
Big fan of your art for several years now, and I see that you're, even now, after all the experience and after all the art that you've created and produced over the years, you're still tweaking your style and trying different things and experimenting with different imagery.
Because
you can never be afraid.
Because we're in a live studio, a live gallery, and even you can hear us, but if you listen closely, you can still hear like everybody else in the gallery with us. And so in order to pick up his voice the strongest, I had to like shove that shit up his nose, like, here, eat the fucking mic. Speaking to the mic, bitch. Don't spit on it, just speak into it.
To learn. And the more you learn,
you hear the rest of the gallery, listen to the background sound.
You know, and I'm not the kind of guy who likes to do the same thing over and over and over again. Other artists do, and that's their forte. I get bored very easily. I'm ADD, and so when I read a book, I want to go to the last 3 pages in the book and find out what the story is. And so when I do a painting or I do a series of paintings, I'll do 2, 3 the same, but then I'll change and do something completely different. So that's the nature of the game.
I like it. This second piece, now this is more of your traditional style. This is what most people are you're known for, is this type of really high detail, all
balance is low level, and it creates a
example and some rich purples. So like I really was just trying to like, hey, how can you capture this within like skin tones and like, you know, the figure and the human body? So like how can you capture that? So, figurative painting, is that something that you've been working on for a while, or is it something that you're just getting into? Yeah. Actually, I've been working on. I'm still perfecting it. You know, I have a lot to learn as an artist and as a person. But yeah, it's still work in progress. But this is what I have to show for it now.
Busy as a bee. I tend to do work that's busy, that's active. That turns me on. So with this, you got all kinds of stuff going on.
Yes, there's several different strokes here, very broad strokes, a lot of thin lines, a lot of color contrast. I'm really liking the bubbly, wet effect in the back. It's so much and so dynamic.
Yeah, I try to, basically art to me is line, texture, and shape. So I try to incorporate all three of these things in the drama of the piece. It's not a picture of anything, it is the thing. And that's
what turns me on. Motion and lines and art. You don't understand the artist's mind, man. Motherfuckers get hard-ons and get wet off of this shit. I've actually had a girl at one of my shows come up to me and say, "Travis, your work is so amazing. It's like, it's actually getting me horny. I'm gonna go home and fuck the shit out of my boyfriend right now." I'm like, well, you're welcome. I didn't know my art got you so wet and hot and bothered like that. That was probably the best compliment I've ever gotten for my art. She said, "I'm going to go home and fuck the shit out of my boyfriend right now." I'm like, that's what's up, son. Tell your boyfriend he's welcome. I got your girl turned on for you, foe. Looking at my art. This art is making me so horny. I'm going to fuck my boyfriend. I say, damn, girl. That's what's up. I need me some pussy like that. Pussy just get wet just looking at my art. Like, you ready? Yeah. About to get that slide in. Oh, wow, that's crazy. I buy all your work. I gotta have this shit in the house with me now. You don't know what this shit do to my girl. Yo, it's like aphrodisiac. Let me get some prints or something.
Atheist was seated next to a little girl on an airplane, and he turned to her and said, "Do you want to talk? Flights go quicker if you strike up a conversation with your fellow passengers." The little girl, who had just started to read her book, replied to the total stranger, "What would you like to talk about?" "Oh, I don't know," said the atheist. "How about why there is no God, or no heaven or hell, or no life after death?" as he smiled smugly. "Okay," she said, "those could be interesting topics, but let me ask you a question first. A horse, a cow, and a deer all eat the same stuff, grass. Yet a deer excretes little pellets, while a cow turns out a flat patty, but a horse produces clumps. Why do you suppose that?" The atheist, visibly surprised by the little girl's intelligence, thinks about it and says, "I have no idea." To which the little girl replies, "Do you really feel qualified to discuss God, heaven and hell, or life after death when you don't know shit?"
I just realized my friend sent me that. Cause she knows I'm an atheist, but now she sent me something talking about, oh, you want to discuss God and all this and you don't know shit. I'm not gonna come at her on that. not gonna come at him on that. Not Santana. I get the joke. I got the joke. How you gonna discuss God when you don't know shit? You don't even know why this shit look different from this shit, look different from this shit. You don't know shit, but you want to talk about God and the existence of heaven and hell. And you don't know shit. I get it. But you don't have to be some kind of wildlife tracker fucking trying to follow a deer based on its droppings to realize that there is no prime mover or some creator god that made deers and fucking moose have different types of shit. I believe in everything. I believe in a lot of shit. I believe we should respect each other. I believe that everybody should be able to be happy and free. I believe that everyone should have the ability and resources to educate themselves. I believe a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? I believe that art is very soothing and therapeutic. I have lots of beliefs. But, you know, religious beliefs? Not at all. In regards to spirituality, not so much, bro. I mean, I've read the Meta Nectar. I listened to Amin Ra. I listened to a lot of people on more original spiritual systems of belief, and even that shit just is like, can you prove it? Can you prove it though? Not really. Really can't prove that shit. So I'm not gonna believe in shit you can't fucking prove. Oh no. Religion is a sect or a cult. And yeah, you don't have to be a part of some kind of established religion to have a deep spiritual faith, but I don't get it. Oh yeah, that's the old school way to do it. None of what you hear, half of what you see. You know what I'm saying? And I think that there is something to consciousness. We don't really understand that. And by having people think you have 5 senses, but we have way more than 5 senses. And some of our senses are not completely understood. And some people may have more heightened senses than other people. But is it anything spiritual about it? I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? It's just actually being in tune with yourself and being able to observe other people's actions and body languages and moods and shit like that. But none of that shit ain't got nothing to do with God, our spirituality at all. All the gods are fake. All gods are man-made. All spiritual systems are man-made.
And we come up with these things to make ourselves feel good about ourselves and to not have the fear of death, because we are finite beings, we are mortal, and the party will be over for all of us one day. Everybody has to leave the fucking party, but the party doesn't quit. You know, that's the worst thing about death, is like, life is this great party, and then one day somebody taps you on your shoulder and say, hey, it's time for you to go. Yeah, the party's not over. Oh, no. The party's still going to be going on, but you can't stay. And people hate that feeling, so they make up all these hypotheses about, well, when I leave this party, I'm going to go to a bigger party, a better party, and God is going to be there. It's like, I don't, no. Yeah, dead is dead. Dead is dead. People are like, well, how do you know? Well, how the fuck do you know? Do you remember what it was like before you were born? You as an individual. Do you remember what it was like before you were born? That's exactly what it's going to be like when you're dead. Same thing. Same exact thing. It's when you die, it's going to be like just before you were born. You do not exist. You have no conscience, no memory, no faculties. You're just non-existent. Now, what we do with our existence while we can currently use it is make happy memories. That's the best thing we can do, is make a bunch of happy memories so that when you no longer exist, people who remember you can still smile about your previous existence. I think that's the best that we can do. From what we understand about energy, it cannot be created or destroyed, but apparently when you look at the Planck time, our observable universe started from somewhere. Shit came from something. People say everything came from nothing. So obviously you don't have to have energy initially, because it was created somehow by some type of force. And the energies that we are aware of can only be dissipated. Like you say, it cannot be destroyed, but it can be dissipated. And what of previous existence? Did I say that? Did I say what it was like before you existed? We are a byproduct. And that's the thing, like, we're just a bag of meat. Whatever you are is a derivative of the mind trying to explain the external world, which creates a consciousness. Our matter, our meat bags are not conscious, are not inherently conscious, but the processes of the inner workings of the mind creates a consciousness that is subjective to us all. And once the body can no longer function properly, it dies, and so goes your consciousness. And once your body faculties cease to exist, then your consciousness cease to exist, which is you. You are your consciousness. I can chop off my arm and still be me. I can get chopped off at the midsection and still be me, my consciousness. But once your body can't house or produce a consciousness anymore, you cease to exist.
and happy memories in your previous existence. No. The only thing we can do while we exist is create happy memories. So that when you don't exist, people can still have the memories of you before you were not here. Like I say, that's the best we can do. The best we can do is try to make as many people happy as possible. Make ourselves as happy as we possibly can and share happiness, joy, and love with everyone else. And so that when we no longer exist, people who still are here can still have fond memories of us. That's it. No, I don't really think there's anything after this. You know, you just have an allotted amount of time. Nobody knows how much time they have. You might have no time. You could have been a stillborn baby, 'cause God. I'm going to get you pregnant. I'm going to put a spirit inside your womb, and then up is dead. Stillborn. Dead. Or you can live to 2 years old and die at 2 years old from leukemia, some weird ass cancer, or some violent act. Or you can live to be 20, or you can live to be 82 or fucking 102. Nobody really knows how much time we have. But whatever amount of time you have, just make the best of that shit, yo. Dead on arrival. You know what I'm saying? But that's God. And that's how God works in mysterious ways. It's all fucked up. I can't believe that shit. And for a long time, I considered myself to be spiritual, but I don't think we have a spirit. We don't have a soul or a spirit. What we have is a consciousness, which is so complex that it actually has a sub-level or several sub-levels to our consciousness that blocks things off from our own forethought. Exactly. You keep thinking about death and like, oh, dear God, just please save my eternal soul. I don't want to burn in hell. Then, motherfucker, just live your life. Live your life. Do good shit. Don't hurt people. You'll be all right. Don't keep thinking about what the fuck comes afterwards. Nobody can say what happens. We don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. But we can have a pretty good hypothesis. We have electromagnetic cephalographs and all this other shit, man, like to view the inner workings of the electrical sparks of your brain and all this other shit, and to monitor all your vital signs. And so far, what science has told us is when you're dead, you're just a fucking lump of meat. That's it. There's nothing else left in your corpse, in your carcass. You're just a fucking lump of meat. And that's it. We're going to burn you. Or we're going to put you in a hole in the ground. Which is weird. I think burial is a fucking outdated pagan way of dealing with death. Why do we dig holes and just try to save people in the ground for years? You're taking up a lot of real estate. You know how much land cemeteries take up? A lot of fucking land. You know how much energy we could produce by burning dead bodies? That could be a business. You know what I'm saying? Bring out your dead. Ding. Bring out your dead and just burn all these motherfuckers up, man, like a power plant, man. Make some energy off these motherfuckers. Because energy can't be created or destroyed. But I would use your monkey ass to light my house this winter. Just a fucking meat lump, bro. Motherfuckers rent graves? Wow. I'm gonna just rent this plot for a little while. Y'all, I'm gonna rent it for like 25 years, and then you can dig me up and, I don't know, donate my bones to science or some shit. That's what I might do with my body. I'm just donate my body to science.
have my skeleton in a fucking museum somewhere. And this figure was come around from the 1980s, and as you can see, you lived a very healthy life, but you can tell by the molars in the lower jaw that he did have some type of tooth enamel decay, which really came from the foods, the sugary foods that these populations of people were eating at the time, and you know, they can just study my body and shit like that. And I think that would be cool. Being a science specimen would be better than just being put in a fucking hole in the ground. Yeah, so you can see all the inner workings of the organs and everything. If you ever want to look at some shit about embalming, you should watch a documentary called Black Baby from the Green Sahara. And it talks about a mummified child that they found that predates dynastic Egypt in southern Africa. And everybody thinks, oh, the Egyptians did everything. Like, no, the Egyptians got a lot of their technology, culture, wisdom, understanding from sub-Sahara African cultures, even the art of embalming and mummification, which is really good. The Black Mummy of the Green Sahara was the title of the documentary, if I'm not mistaken. But then at the same time, like, even this very, very, very old mummy had very sophisticated methods of being preserved. You just don't do that shit overnight. It's not like one day somebody dies and then somebody just pops up like, you know what? I'm going to try to preserve their body. That shit takes fucking hundreds of years of experimentation, working with the right oils and minerals to actually get a good preservative for these bodies. What kind of wraps and linens were used, and all this shit takes generations of building upon knowledge and information. And so that's why people like look towards Egypt for so much, yo. But there's far greater civilizations pre-dynastic Egypt that Egypt took from in order to build the civilization that they had. And even the first dynastic Egyptians were dark-skinned Africans. Everybody knows Egypt as this Arab, brown, middle brown type people. It wasn't like that, yo. Original Egypt was dark-skinned Africans, not Arabs. Sumerians, Babylonians, all that shit ain't nothing but fucking Iraq, Iran, Baghdad. All that shit is Baghdad is Babylon. All this shit from the same places in the Bible, man. Places still exist. The names just change. Motherfuckers been going to war since Bible days, and people think they gonna stop doing that shit now. Cause America, man, fuck America, man. We been doing this. Yeah, the step pyramids. The oldest ziggurat is in Ethiopia, actually. And then you have ziggurats from the Inca dynasties, all the way in the Americas. Petra is in Jordan. I actually wouldn't mind going to Petra. Motherfuckers don't know who built that shit or exactly how old that shit is. Yeah, Petra's in Jordan. If you never try to, bro. Hold it. I can't hold it no more. But if you guys never listened to this dude named Brian Foster. Brian Foster. Look this dude up, yo. This motherfucker goes everywhere. Every ancient megalithic site, he's been there. And he gives you these in-depth analysis of the construction of these places. He's fucking smart as shit, yo. He's him and his wife does really, really great work. And his video on the time he visited Petra is fucking dope as shit. Yeah, it does. It gives your lungs more time to absorb the actual THC out of the smoke. You know, if you can blow it back out real fast, you ain't really getting all that shit. You hold that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why, I mean, you can hold your breath and take oxygen in. And I have air in my lungs, but once the air starts flowing through my blood system, then I gotta let that carbon dioxide out and get some more air. Gotta soak all of it up. Yeah, you gotta hold. That's how you keep the oxygen. That's how you keep the smoke. Anything all the good shit in the smoke, you gotta hold that shit long enough to absorb that shit, man. Get that shit in you. Put that shit in there. You know? Your lungs filter it. Really? It gives me a peace of mind. Makes me feel like I'm doing it right. Oh, I swallowed some of my smoke. I try to swallow that shit so I can my fart can smell like weed. When I fart, it's like, somebody just lit a blunt? Like, nah, I just passed gas.
fucked up, y'all. I heard that somebody's car alarm going off. My goddamn cars got ramsacked this morning. Thought the burglar been out there trying to get up in somebody else's shit just now. Son of a bitch. Yo, that shit be super loud. That smell like some kush, nigga. What the fuck? You ate the blunt? Nah, I just swallowed the smoke. I swallowed that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Then you burp. Sometimes you get that little puff of cloud come out in your burp. That's how you know you did it right. That shit been in your stomach. But these motherfuckers went in my goddamn car. I cannot believe that shit, bro. I'm mortified. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got a text message. Please let that be who I'm looking for, man. Motherfuckers need to weed. That's not the response I wanted, yo. This is true. But you got to train yourself to pump your lungs up like that. You know what I'm saying? A little one. It was a little past gas, man. Past gas, a little bit. Hey, John, how's it going? Pretty good, pretty good. Happy New Year to you too, brother. Oh no, sir. I've been up. I already got my day started. How's it going? Hello? I think I hung up on him. My apologies. I lost connection.
That's okay. Was you driving or something?
Oh no. I'm sitting in my art studio.
Oh, okay. So you was missing. Well, I ain't mean to bother you, burden you, man, but I need your help again, man. I need some bus passes home.
Okay. How you're still at the same place?
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? Now I got a full-time position there and everything, but he don't want to give me no more money, man, and I can't stay here for this amount of money that he paying. You know, I don't mean to sound ungrateful or nothing, but you know what I mean? Plus, they hiring that dynamic for Woven and AZAC now. They got all these positions, and the agency is starting you at 11. I'm only getting 9 now. You know?
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I mean, being employed is good, but if you're spending most of your earnings trying to get to and from work, then you're almost working for nothing. So I feel you on that.
Well, I mean, you know, I can be honest. I can be candid with you. You know, I'm in a shelter, right? These people is taking half of my money and 3/4 of my money to help me get a place to get out of here. Now, I just got a letter. I was approved for assistance, for rental housing assistance, right? But the thing is, I'm only getting, the last 2 weeks, I only got 2 days and 3 days of work.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? And that's why I'm calling you for bus pass. I got a check Friday for $129.
So
I had to give a shelter $70.
When did they make you a full-time employee?
12/16, the day I got hired.
And so, but you're only working, what, 20 hours a week, even though they're classified you as a full-time employee? You can't really.
Because of the holiday, they took all these days off for the holidays.
Yeah, I cannot.
Christmas and New Year's. You know what I mean? New Year's both of them was on a Wednesday, so they took that Tuesday off too.
Yeah.
And then the 1 week where I got 2 days is because I had to take time off to run around for this house and stuff, and then I came and got the bus passes from you that week, so I could get to work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well.
And he ended up giving me that whole day off because I couldn't get up there till 11 o'clock. He said, you know, take the day off, I'll see you Thursday. So I got 2 days that week, and then the next following week, you know what I mean? It was another 2 days off for the holiday, for New Year's.
Well, what time can you be up to the office tomorrow?
I might have to come Tuesday.
Okay, well that'll work better because I was gonna say that I'm not gonna be at work tomorrow. So if you could have made it tomorrow, I would have notified somebody to get them to you. But if you can come Tuesday for a men's group, I'll definitely be there Tuesday.
Well, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stay for men's group.
Well, if you come early, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'll be there Tuesday morning. So whenever you stop in, you know they'll just ring for me and I'll have them ready for you.
Yeah, thank you. And I think it would look better on a Tuesday for the men's group. You know, anyway, you know, 'cause like I said, I don't want to impose. I don't mean to burden you with all these issues, but I'm just trying to get my head above water. I'm gonna try to take Tuesday off to go put in an application at Dynamics. That's why I said Tuesday. I want to run in there early, grab them, use one of them to go out Dynamics, and then go to work from Dynamics.
Yeah, and it's not a problem, dude. Like, I honestly see you're trying to better your situation, and I just want to help as much as I can. So don't worry about what anybody else thinks or any of that stuff. When you come there, you just ask for me, and don't worry about that, yo.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to make it look official and as respectful and legit as possible, you know.
Yeah.
And actually, it is. It's not really nothing. It's not really nothing anybody can say.
No.
Really, because that's what the whole agency is built upon.
Exactly.
Helping people trying to get better their situation, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Exactly. And even and the thing is, they want everybody to participate in the group in order to receive the help, but. You calling me personal like this? These are our own personal men group meetings right here. So I still count this towards our conversations as being a men's group session. So that's why.
Because I'm giving you an update of my situation. I'm letting you know the details and stuff. So yeah, technically it's good to see this as a men's group because
exactly.
I'm giving you an update.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So that's why I'm not worried about it at all. So just when you come in Tuesday, like I say, call for me. I'll come up and I'll have them ready for you.
All right, thank you, brother. You have a good day, man, and I look forward to seeing you on Tuesday, man. Take it easy.
All right, you have a good day too.
All right, thanks. Peace.
Bye. No, and that's how they play the game, bro. It's like they only show us what they want to show us. Oh, people are happy that he's dead. And that's with anything. In this country, like some people love that Trump is the president. Some people hate that fucking Trump is the president. You know what I'm saying? And they're trying to spin this shit like everybody's happy this dude was taken out. No, they're not. Now I missed most of the conversation, but I'm thinking that's what you guys are saying, but these motherfuckers over there are not happy with us right now, bro. And then I was listening to the news this morning, and they was like, yo, if you are still over there, you are in danger. If you're an American, he said we should absolutely expect American deaths. And Iran, Syria, Iraq, anywhere over there. You're American over in those countries. You gotta be prepared for motherfuckers to come for your neck. Straight up, nigga, protect your neck. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting me the rap, all that shit, the gowns, man, I'm walking through that shit. I'm gonna pray. I'm with y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? What? American, all that American. I'm from Morocco, nigga. I'm from Morocco. Boom. I'm making shit happen this morning. You know, networking from the phone, boy. So goddamn, I just talked to one of the guys who I counsel in our men's group session at my job, because technically I'm a counselor helping guys just get their shit together after getting out of prison. So this guy recently got out of jail and you know he's staying in a shelter. He's just trying to find employment and being able to help manage his budget and his income. And I've been helping him with transportation by giving him bus passes so he can get to and from job interviews. And so that was a good little conversation. I'm happy he reached out to me saying, yo, I need help again. Like, don't be afraid to ask for help, bro, because that's what we're there for. And then, so I was showing you guys a little bit of the latest episode of my TV show that was a actual on-site live filming, and now the studio crew wants to go to the gallery. All right, so we had a really big gallery event. We took the cameras out there. I interviewed artists in the gallery. You know, all the artists, well, not all of them, but some of the artists who were in the gallery, I actually gave them interviews right then and there. So we have all of that footage. But the film crew, they want to go in the gallery and get still shots, still pictures of each individual piece of art, and so that they can splice like pictures of the art into the footage and for the show to make it look really nice and have like really up close detailed still shots of all the art. And they wanted to do it today, but it's fucking Sunday. The gallery's not open on Sunday, so they was like, can we get in the gallery? So I contacted a few people and finally got in contact with the gallery director, and he just gave me the code, like the security code to the gallery. He's like, oh, you and your guy did? He's like, look, man, I don't feel well. I can't make it down there, but here's the code. You work it this way and do this, and then you get in. He's like, yo, just make sure you turn off all the lights and lock the door behind you and when you leave. I'm like, great. And that's awesome. So now I'm gonna send this information to the film crew, and since they're in the same city where the gallery is at and I'm not, I'm hoping that they can maybe just go do it themselves and not need me to go all the way over there. Now, if they do need me to go over there, oh, I'm gonna go. Oh, I'm definitely gonna go. Alright, I'm coming. Still communicating some shit, bro. Got a lot of shit trying to organize real quick, yo. Fuck. I'm going through so many different messages. I'm using fucking my email, my Facebook Messenger, and text message. Like I'm talking to 3 different people, trying to see like who just did what. And now I tried to text this image to somebody and that shit wouldn't go through in a text message. So. That's the only way. And that's once again, America knows that's the only thing that props us up is our fucking military, bro. Motherfuckers just are afraid of our military might. Trump just bragged about spending $2 billion on more military defense systems and shit. It's like you're not gonna get on our homeland. Like you say, you would have to knock out a major significant portion of our power grid, you know what I'm saying? Just so we can't communicate. And that'd be hard within itself, and even without the power grid, like getting close to our shorelines, I'm pretty sure there is some kind of fucking fail safe just in case that shit happened, yo. And these motherfuckers got sleeper cells everywhere. Motherfuckers look just like me and you, talking about they a student in Russia. Motherfucker military. Spies. Mm-hmm. Motherfuckers just walk around like normal people, yo. Like they just live there, just like you. You may see an Asian family living in your neighborhood, man. Some motherfuckers living over there in China or some shit. I just like living in China. Nah, nigga. it really turns me on.
I love your stuff, man. It's like I said, it's very eye-catching. It's very interesting, to say the least. Are you currently working on any new projects?
Yes, I work daily. I get up, eat, wash my clothes, whatever, and then I get on the computer. So every day it's a different piece. I usually takes me about 3 hours to do a piece.
Wow, so you put yourself on a set schedule as far as producing your artwork.
That I've been painting for 40 years. I consider myself an abstract expressionist. That's where my heart really lies. I'm also a college professor, though, so I teach art, and so I teach them how to paint and draw realistically. So the past couple of years, I've been combining the two things, the realism with the abstract expressionism.
Yeah, the same goes with me and my art. Some things get a little stale after a while, and you just have to add something to it or mix it up a little bit to keep the flair and the fun in it. So let's talk about your second piece here.
This is a portrait of Camille Claudel. Camille Claudel was a sculptor in Paris in the 19th century. She's famous for her own work. This is one of my reproduction of one of her sculptures. She's also famous for being the mistress and assistant of Rodin, but her story doesn't stop there. She developed some kind of mental illness, and this is late 19th century Paris. Today, she'd probably be diagnosed as bipolar or something like that, but my point is, in those days, mental illness was another story, so she was involuntarily committed to a mental institution for the last 30 years of her life. She died in like 1940-something in a mental institution. Some people blame Rodin for that. Some people blame her brother, who was a famous diplomat in Paris at the time. So who really knows? But very interesting story. And I kind of tried to capture that look, sort of a little girl lost kind of look in a way. But again, she's a very distinguished sculptor in her own right. And then the rest of the things I free associate, sort of an ecological statement. I free associate.
Make it clear day, dark as night. Once again, that has to be like a major explosion, some type of particles or something dispersed throughout the air so you can't see the fucking sun.
It was difficult, but this one really spoke to me, and so I decided.
Well, it is very intriguing, and I like it. The boxes always allow that three-dimensional effect in there, and there's so much going on in this very small space. I can see why you chose this piece.
It's very imaginative, yes, and it tells a story. And the artist was explaining some of it to me when he was here, how he put it together. And you can just see the energy, surging in him as he explained it. It's beautiful. It just touches your heart.
Well, I really appreciate everything that you've done for AFA over the years and selecting this piece right here, and hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you very much. Very nice.
Insert close-ups of many fantastic artworks and images from the show. So this is where he wants to have like still images 8, 9, and oh yeah, so it's nice how he counts it off like that. So he already has, because this right here isn't really for the public, but he already has it set up at the end where on each one of these counter marks he would show a different picture, just a still image of the artwork. Insert close-ups of many fantastic arts. So yeah, so right at the end of the show they would go through like just a slideshow of the different art that was there. And so that's what they want to do today, is have access to the gallery so they can get the cameras in there without the crowds being in the way, and being able to just go in by themselves, take the pictures, bring them back, load them onto the computer, throw them on to the end of this episode, and then bam, episode 2. Yeah, but I don't think anybody's gonna ever nuke America because they know Americans are fucking crazy. We're the only country that has actually implemented the usage of nuclear weapons with Little Boy and Fat Man. So
they know we won't play around with that shit, yo. And we have the second largest nuclear arsenal. So if we, you know what I'm saying, that Cold War of the 60s, man, the red button, motherfucker was hovering over that red button for a while. And we get any wind of that shit, man, the motherfuckers will push that shit. They already did that shit, bro. We'll push that shit, and then everything will be fucked up. But that's the thing, too, man. See, these motherfucking... That's the thinking of the white man, yo. Motherfucking white man came up with fucking atom bombs and nuclear bombs and shit like that. That shit is fucking ridiculous. Why? Why would you want to create anything with such a massive destructive force? 'Cause these motherfuckers are psychopaths. You know what I'm saying? These elite motherfuckers who run this military industrial complex are complete psychopaths. No morally sane person will even want to create something like that. Oh, I do. I think I do remember that story, yo. I think I do remember some shit like that. I'm almost at 2 hours and ain't paint shit yet. Alright, I got a few emails just now. Let me check these. And these are bullshit, and that's bullshit. Alright, delete emails. So right now, I have no emails, no messages, and no texts. So we're good for a second. Yeah, I don't think nobody has the balls to actually nuke America. I think what other nations are realizing is the best way to take America down is economically, yo. That's the best way to knock us the fuck out. Because they're not going to get us militarily, yo. We dropped those fucking nukes on motherfucking Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And what China do? Did China really mount like some massive retaliation over that shit? Nah, the motherfuckers sat back. They shut their mouths. They're like, okay, U.S., you want to do us like that? All right, you'll see. Give us like 50 years, nigga. You'll see, we'll come back. We're going to come back from this shit. Now, China owns every fucking thing. And they have a super strong military. Now try that shit again. But, Cedric. But economic might is going to be the way. Exactly. Just like a snake. A snake is fluent, and strike your fucking ass. Madame. China and Russia is in Asia. All these Asian motherfuckers linking up. That Silk Road, bro. They started talking about the Silk Road like 5 years ago. That's how I knew this shit about to be over.
They say this is the Asian century. This is the Asian century. 3 out of 5 people on this planet is Chinese. They taking over, bro. Now they're gonna push all the Europeans out of Africa, and China's gonna slowly move into Africa, and then they're gonna start stealing the resources and controlling the black populations. But they starting to colonize Africa, and America's not gonna be able to compete because the late 70s, early 80s, up into the 90s, we started investing more and more into data and information. And that's why Silicon Valley is like this amazing place for technology. But we don't produce enough. And we thought that we would be the leaders in big data and information, but everybody else has caught up with us. Everybody else has caught up with us. And we sold off all our fucking industries in order to become the best in data and information. Now everybody else has the same data and information in big industries, and we're fucked. Exactly. That's what they said. Give us 50 years, bro. We'll be all right. We see, okay, y'all want to work like that? We'll work this way. Motherfuckers, an economic powerhouse. Everything made in China. Everything. Exactly. And so, that's all we can do is bully, bomb them. And that's where most of our money is in our, once again, in our military. Other countries are just gonna beat us out economically. They're not gonna buy American goods. They don't need to fucking trade with us. They don't need to use the petrodollar. They're gonna basically have sanctions on us the same way we try to fucking put sanctions and embargoes on other motherfuckers to starve them out. And fucking Asia Minor, fucking the Middle East, all these motherfuckers get together and starve us the fuck out. For centuries, because African nations been paying France, Britain, Belgium, all these motherfuckers for centuries. Oh, because we came through and we colonized these countries, and we built roads and trains, and we gave structure, and you owe us for that. Haiti, Jamaica, all these motherfuckers for centuries was paying that shit. Now all that shit gonna go to China. And that's all we got, yo, is the weapons. The whole rest of the world got hip to that shit. They don't need the weapons. And that, I keep saying this shit, yo, look up the new Silk Road and see what countries this Silk Road is going to travel through. And then the countries that can't afford to build the Silk Road in their regions, China's going to fund that. And then they're going to just take taxes off of that shit into the countries. But, yo, China's about to be booming, nigga, booming. And they're going to be able to get all their products all over Europe and the Middle East. And America ain't going to have no parts in none of this shit, yo. Starve us out. We're going to make our own new trade system over here, yo. Like I say, they can just, I don't know, man. We buy too many products from China, yo. They start marking that shit up, yo. they mark up fucking prices on their products and then start calling in American debt, man, we done. Economically, we're done. Well, man, we're so much in debt now. I mean, what would they have to do if China called in their debt card? Like, what would they have to do to the American public? China booming.
Okay.
Just play and let me just go back. Now I want to buffer. But no, you won't stop buffering now. Fuck you. I fucked it up. Oh, because my internet connection went out. I think my shit is all fucked up over here, yo. Elephant piss. Oh yeah, if you got a nice a nice aquarium, these shits are beautiful, bro. Yeah, when I was doing painting, like I used to do contract painting and shit. And this one dude got me to paint his fucking his man cave. But he had like a fucking 400-gallon fish tank flush in the wall, like the shit was in the wall. And so you had to go around, there's a little door and go behind it to take care of everything. But that shit it was the hottest shit I ever seen, man. And like the fish, he had a bunch of tropical fish. He was like, oh, the water gotta be a certain pH and a certain temperature, because these fish only, they come from some tropical region or something. I'm like, yo, that shit was too fucking hot though, man. Actually, America has surpassed China economically for over a year, which means that for the past few years, China has been ahead of us, and they're going to come back again. Like, in the past couple of years, America really hasn't done a lot to boost up our economy. Like, what are we creating? What major products are we shipping to other countries? We buy almost everything from everybody else, from our fruits and vegetables in the wintertime to our fucking petrol. Like, we don't fucking really produce. We're not producers anymore. Nobody buys our fucking cars. Nobody buys most of our hardware and technology because China makes better shit. Motherfuckers know that if you want a good car, you get a Toyota or a Hyundai or some shit, or, you know what I'm saying? You go get you a Camry. Motherfuckers don't want to fuck with these American cars. Like, it's weird as fuck, yo. But in America, you see everybody driving Nissans and Hyundais and Hyundai and all these other shit. You go over to China, you think these motherfuckers over there driving Chevys and Lincolns and Ford Mustangs? Man, they don't do that shit, man. They drive Lamborghinis and shit over there for nice cars, yo. We don't make shit that the world wants. just sold rice to China? Really? China barely takes any kind of food stock from America. From our beef to, because our shit is low grade, low quality shit. Our animals are full of steroids and recombinant bovine growth hormones, and most of our crops are now Monsanto's GMO modified, pesticide ready Roundup shit, and nobody really wants our shit, yo. Nobody wants that shit. Our food is contaminated with chemicals and dyes and high fructose corn syrup, and you gonna tell me Trump just sold rice to China? I haven't read that report. I can't refute that. I don't know. You might be absolutely right. You may be absolutely right. I haven't looked into a lot of statistics in 2019. I don't know, like, economically, if America is doing better than China or not. But I know for the past several years, our currency exchange rate has been shit. Any way you take a dollar to, you get less money. Unless you're going to some underdeveloped, damn near third world nation. But if you go to any kind of developed nation, in the past several years, the dollar doesn't add up. It just doesn't. Everybody has at least a few cents above us in currency exchange rate. So how can you say we're doing better than other fucking countries where you take $15 to China and it's only 12 of their dollars? I read it online. It must be true. I'm telling you, my homie just when my homeboys was in Europe, he was like, yo, man, like a McDonald's meal over here is almost like 14 American dollars or some shit. My uncle went to fucking Canada. He said they average pack of cigarettes is like 12 fucking dollars. Other countries just do better. They just do. They're just economically doing better than we are. And you know what? I read a report from Africa that said that somebody was selling them motherfuckers fake rice. Selling motherfuckers fake rice. It's plastic. It just looked like rice, but it ain't really rice. Yo, this shit signed me out and everything. Word? What's going on here, man? What in the wild, wild world of sports? Yeah, but you signed me out. Oh, no. This, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with my computer. See, that's what I'm be saying, man. We been here talking too much real shit. Yo, then my be acting right, man. Be getting logged out of shit. Computers be shutting off, man. Y'all think I'm fucking playing, bro? They listening to all your phone calls, your conversations with your relations. They listening to all your phone calls, your conversations with your relations. Now my shit just froze, bro. Froze. Picture me trolling. See, I don't own no phone. You got a PlayStation? They listening to you. You got anything with Bluetooth on it? Your wife got a phone? Your girlfriend got a phone? Your kids got phones? Somebody listening to you. They listening. You got a laptop, a desktop, a flip flop. You're fucking up my goddamn internet. No, the IMF and the World Bank has been a welfare office for the entire world. We only give money to fucking Israel. What other countries do we subsidize or give, billions of fucking dollars to? We've been a welfare office for the whole world. What? Who? America? It's been a welfare office. We give money to the whole world? I don't think so, bro. Trump stopping all that giving money to everybody. You don't give money to people. What we do is we bomb countries, and then we give private military contracts to companies like Enron and to company presidents like Dick Cheney to go over here and rebuild shit so that we make money off of that shit. We make money off of every other country. And once again, how we giving other people money when we're in debt? We're trillions of dollars in debt. But we let other people, the whole world.
don't know. I don't think we've been aware for office for anybody. Bruh, I have nothing to roll up. I just hit my last bong, bro. I got 2 guys. One guy dry and one guy in the hospital with high blood pressure. And now I'm out. I'm really, really out now because, like I said, that was last night. I looked at that last bong hit. I was like, say that for tomorrow. Say that for tomorrow. And now it's gone. Oh well. C'est la vie, c'est la vie. They listening, they listening. Edward Snowden told you that we snowed and now you're frozen 'cause they track your modem. They listening to all your phone calls, your conversations with your relations. They listening. They watch your emails, everything you buy from retail, and all your weed sales. Yo, once again, sign out of my YouTube channel, yo. This shit signed me all the way out. I said, click on that shit, bitch. Click. Yeah, I sell my art. Why, you want to buy one?
The Silk Road was.
Look, I don't know you, so I don't want to try to make any assumptions about your personal income or your superficial cash flow, but you probably can't afford my art. I just want to be upfront with you about that. My art is so expensive that you know, somebody with a name like Splatter, I don't think your pocket's good enough, man. They check your emails, everything you buy from Weedtail, and all your weed sales. You got $3,000 for this one? It ain't nothing but a little $3,000. You know, that ain't a lot of money for a baller. You know what I'm saying? It ain't tricking if you got it. I went $3,000 for this one. All my art is priced like that. $5,000, $7,000. You're not gonna come here and be like, oh, I'll give you $200 for that shit. Get the fucking stepping, bitch. You said hundreds? Get the fuck out of my face. You know what I'm saying? I'll let, and that 3,000 is a deal for this, cause it's me. It's me and that dank. What? Pinky out, ring on, watch on fleek, bong on smash, dank on deck. Feel me? $3,000, and this is one of my cheaper paintings. This is on the lower end of my art. You know, $2,000, $3,000. That's some cheap shit. Like I said, man, I don't think your pocket's ready for this, bro. Most motherfuckers ain't ready for this shit. You know what? My art is so expensive, I can't even afford that shit. You think I can just go around buying these paintings, nigga? Huh? Oh, I'm just go buy me a $5,000 painting. Nigga, I can't afford that shit. I'm a starving artist. How much does your art cost? It's too expensive for me. I got sad the first time I really sat down and thought about that shit. Like, yo, I can't even afford one of my own paintings. It's amazing. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of, it really puts you in a perspective, you know? Shit, nigga. Yeah, I can paint a picture of you. If I paint a picture of you, it would be significantly cheaper, actually. I could definitely paint a picture of you.
Ancient and legendary road that brought wealth for centuries between the East and West. Now, as China enters the world stage, one of its primary missions is to bring that source of wealth back.
中国对“一带一路”沿线国家投资56个
Spanning multiple oceans and continents, China's new Silk Road is a colossal effort that promises global supremacy. But in order to truly understand the potential of a new Silk Road, we need to go back in time. In 130 BCE, Emperor Shu of the Han Dynasty ruled over vast parts of what we know today as Eastern China. Shu, facing mounting threats from the north, wanted a solution that would quickly get rid of the invasions and also expand his empire at the same time. Rather than push north, he decided to expand west. Shu's decision to expand the Han Dynasty westwards set the foundation for a trade route between China and Europe. And eventually a road would stretch from the city of Xi'an in the east to the north coast of the Mediterranean Sea. For 2,500 years, the route dominated global trade. Legendary explorers like Marco Polo took that road from Italy to China, bringing things like horses and honey eastwards. And in return...
Yeah, I take payments. Your first payment has to be $200 though. If you want me to do a project for you, you got to give me $200 and then I'll start it. Then you can pay it off however you want after that. But you won't get your painting until it's all the way paid off. I did a commission last year
and someone asked if they could break it down into 3 payments because it was kind of a pricey piece. Like, sure, no problem. You don't have to give that. You know, give me my deposit. Give me my $200 deposit so I know that you're fucking serious. And then I start on your shit. And then after that, you can just pay me however you want. As long as you pay me what the fuck I want. Just give me what I want. And there will be no problems. Fuck you. Shit.
Europe received gunpowder, paper, and most importantly silk for the first time, which then lent its name to the road ever after. In fact, it was not until the Portuguese discovered a sea route between Europe and Asia that spices and honey eastwards. And in return, Europe received gunpowder, paper, and most importantly silk for the first time, which then...
Before the Silk Road, Europeans did not have gunpowder or paper. Well, for the most part, or silk. All that shit come from Asia. But once they got a hold of that fucking gunpowder, it was a fucking wrap, bro. I'm telling you, man. If we could have went another 400 years without the white man figuring out what gunpowder was, we would have been way better off. Once they got hold to that gunpowder, they're like, I can kill a motherfucker. That's why I say, man, them motherfuckers think everything they get their hands on, they try to figure out a way to kill somebody with it. They got to use everything to kill people. It's the weirdest way of fucking thinking, yo. Yeah, gunpowder came from China. But they were using it for like, well, they used it in military senses too, because they had like these little small hand grenades back in the day. Like the fucking samurai and all these motherfuckers, yo, they had like little handheld bombs and shit, but mostly it was like they came up with fireworks and it was used for shit like that, yo. But yeah, that black powder, that shit is China. That shit is old as fuck from China, yo. And silk, you know, motherfuckers got fucking wool and cotton and all these fucking rough ass shit, but that fucking silk come from China. That shit was soft and subtle and shiny, yo. That shit just silk is like, it's silk, nigga. Like, fuck that. Right, that's the... Yeah, it's just a good photo. Oh, China gonna go into Africa, take all that shit over. They trying to take all that shit over.
Lent its name to the road ever after. In fact, it was not until the Portuguese discovered a sea route between Europe and Asia that could bypass the Silk Road entirely that an alternative existed. However, within the century, sea travel to the Far East would then overtake the Silk Road, and by the mid-1400s, China's lucrative trading path faded from existence. Until now. In 2013, Chinese President Xi Jinping announced that he was going to revive that ancient Silk Road. At first, it was a hard concept.
They've been working on this shit since 2013,
yo. The One Belt, One Road project. But as it slowly unfolded over the next few years and billions of dollars flowed out of China and into the hands of capital-hungry developing countries, it became clear what it was really meant to be.
Hey, he might be.
That aimed to put China front and center on the world stage. The Belt and Road Initiative, as it's now renamed, started with 3 roads. The first over land, reviving that ancient road to Rome. The second over sea, linked China to the Mediterranean through the Indian Ocean. The third, through the internet, called the Digital Silk Road, that linked countries already signed on to the first 2 routes, but taking that relationship with partnerships for things like telecommunications and digital payments to the next level. But the grand Chinese project quickly ran into a massive roadblock, led by its #1 economic rival, the United States. As China handed out trillions of dollars in seemingly no-strings-attached loans, they were in fact high-interest or conditional offers, which many of the countries found difficult to repay. This created a unique situation where the Chinese could easily seize collateral from these countries to recoup their investments. That's exactly what happened in Sri Lanka. The Chinese took control of a strategic port called Hambantota, which then set off alarm bells in DC.
China uses so-called debt diplomacy to expand its influence. Today, that country is offering hundreds of billions of dollars in infrastructure loans, yet the terms of those loans are opaque at best. Just ask Sri Lanka.
That rhetoric has been intensifying, with the Chinese now deciding to add a fourth road to the Belt and Road Initiative, a Polar Silk Road. In January 2020, President Xi announced that China was going to develop new shipping routes in the Arctic. It was going to team up with Russia to develop energy and infrastructure projects in the Arctic Circle. But by this time, DC had heard enough. The Silk Road's Leviathan-like nature and larger-than-life ambitions were becoming a threat to America.
Being attempts to develop critical infrastructure using Chinese money, Chinese companies, and Chinese workers. Our Pentagon warned just last week that China could use its civilian research presence in the Arctic to strengthen its military presence. We need to examine these activities closely.
But as China threatens the global world order, becoming a major adversary to the United States and challenging its hegemony with its visionary plan with the new Silk Road, it also has to weather another storm that has hit its shores: Trump's trade war.
Do you want to learn to draw professional and impressive artwork from scratch that will blow people's minds? I'm Scott Harris, professional illustrator, painter, and artist. My character drawing course on Udemy has helped thousands of students gain the art skills they need to draw well, and I can teach you too. For a limited time...
You can't teach me shit.
Since the launch of its Belt and Road Initiative, China has been seeking to unlock opportunities for collaborating with its former Cold War comrade. But despite an urgent need to plug its $100 billion infrastructure gap, growing nationalistic sentiments prevent Vietnam from fully embracing China's new Silk Road. And over in Laos, joint projects ranging from malls to a mega railway are helping shape the country into ASEAN's next investment hotspot. But with the threat of a debt trap rising, will its increasing reliance on China ultimately become boon or bane for landlocked Laos?
One country is seeking to mature its economy. Another is on the cusp of something big. Both share a neighbor who is promising support in exchange for a slice of their economic pie. Can the new Silk Road truly create a win-win situation for Vietnam, Laos, and China?
All right, here we go, guys. Let's see here. Where's the photograph thing?
This is Lao Cai, a province in Vietnam's northwest. It's famous for its rice terraces and lush green mountains, which are among the tallest in the region. But I'm not here just for the scenery.
My journey to explore China's new Silk Road has brought me to the capital of this picturesque province, which shares a border with Hekou, an autonomous county in China's Yunnan province. I've been greeted with wet weather upon arriving here, but for the people of Laokai province, their rainy days are now far behind them, thanks to China. And this is why. Over the past few years, Laokai has been at the forefront of Vietnam's trade with China. The border between Laokai and Hekou, which means river mouth in Mandarin, is located right at the convergence between Vietnam's Red River and China's Yangtze River. And every day, vast numbers of goods are transported over these rivers via 3 different border crossings, by rail and by road. But those without the luxury of wheels have a different border crossing experience, one that's a little more hectic. I mean, it is literally a race across to China, and it happens every day. Look at them go!
Carrying whatever they can in their baskets and trolleys, sometimes a little too much. These farmers and vendors from the nearby Vietnamese hillsides are all competing to be the first local Hekou markets, where spots to sell their goods are not fixed, but grabbed based on a first-come, first-served basis.
It's a dash, because those who arrive late to the Chinese markets probably won't be able to sell all their goods, and they'll be making that return trip back with full baskets and empty wallets. And that is a walk of shame no one wants to make.
– 45-year-old vegetable seller Xiang takes part in this mad rush every morning. While the border gate opens at 7 a.m. every day, his day begins 3 hours earlier at the Laokai wholesale market.
A rock 6 miles in diameter and moving at some 45,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's called an asteroid, bitch.
It was Central Asia's cradle of culture for more than 2 millennia. Uzbekistan, home to a storied history and a wealth of architectural wonders from days of old.
Uzbekistan is in
But
Central
its modern
Asia.
history is far less romantic. For 60 years, Uzbekistan.
When you actually look at the continent of Asia, there is no Europe. You know, they just take half of Asia and be like, oh, this side over here, we're going to call this side Europe. There really is no Europe. It's all Asia. The whole continent. You got Asia, Africa, Australia, North and South America, Antarctica. Is there really a fucking... Is there really a Europe? Yeah, that shit is on the continent of Asia. It's not a continent unto itself. That's why they try to dub it as like Eurasia. It's European Asia. It's not Eurasia. It's not sub-Asia. It's not fucking Western Asia. It's all Asia. You have no continent, Europe. The socialism has won. Yeah, it's Eurasia. It's not even like it's Europe. It's European Asia. Just say Asia, man. It's Asia Minor. No, it's not. You're all fucking Asians. It's so funny to me. Why do you have to add the Euro part on there? It's just Asia. That's what I'm saying. It's just Asia. It's all in the same landmass. Look up the definition of a continent. And then look at the continent of Asia. There is no other continent. There's just one.
Closed to the world. First, as a secret military research base under the Soviet Union, and later, as a hermit state under an authoritarian government. It was only in 2017 when things changed.
Uzbekistan today is conducting very serious reforms. I can even compare that with Chinese historical periods when they had the opening up.
A new president has taken over. Uzbekistan is now open for business, and the money is pouring in. Leading the charge is China, who want Uzbekistan in on its Belt and Road Master Plan.
乌兹的人口占中亚5国人口的1半，而且劳动力的素质是非常高。
Spectacular plans are underway for a Silk Road of cereals.
You're hoping to make China your biggest market then?
Yes. Along with ambitious plans to transform some of the oldest and most mysterious cities on the Silk Road. Will Central Asia once again be the center of global trade? A Belt and Road initiative linking China and Russia has sparked celebration and concern.
Rival powers, Russia and China, Russia, and with China. Russia or China?
In my journey along the road to Russia, I'll visit China's border cities with Russia.
This entire city is lit in gold. 这里是第15届中国梦美丽使者国际大赛。
I'll discover the splendors of Mongolia with its untapped riches.
Like a house on wheels. Yeah.
Mysterious Uzbekistan through its stunning cities. And I'll explore the Kremlin and the power it wields. This is my journey through one of China's key economic corridors on its Belt and Road.
Yo, don't try this at home, man. I'm a motherfucking professional.
Central Asia.
You know?
And around me, for 650 kilometers, is desert in every direction. Over here, the great ships of the desert are the camels. It was these magnificent animals that carried treasure east to west on the ancient Silk Road.
Along this mighty trading route, China sent paper-making technology to the Arab world and in turn received Islam. Cotton and Buddhism traveled east from India to China. And silk was carried thousands of kilometers in these deserts to reach Rome.
All right, this way. Hey. Come on. Come on. Man, it must have not been easy for the travelers back then, because these camels have a mind of their own. Come on, let's go. There we go. Good job, boy. Good boy. Oh, man. Oh. All right. I hope you have insurance.
Of course, there wasn't any insurance in those days, and many traveling traders didn't survive those long, difficult trips. But those who did profited handsomely. The ancient Silk Road was the very first form of globalization in action, and Uzbekistan saw plenty of that action. The country boasted some of the most important cities in the route. And here's one of them, Bukhara. Bukhara was a great trading city 2,500 years ago. It offered water and shelter to weary travelers going to and from China, and a thriving market for which to trade. And I couldn't have picked a better time to come.
Man, motherfucker's been trading on the Silk Road over 2,000 years ago. In America, I've been around how long? 300 years? That's what I'm saying, man. America, a young ass place, yo. They got these old ass cities over there. Motherfucking cities been around since before the Bible and shit, bro. That's that real culture. That's that real shit. Like America's just like some fucking kid throwing a goddamn temper tantrum.
This is the Bukhara Silk and Spices Festival. an annual event celebrating Bukhara's ancient Silk Road links. People of all ages come out to celebrate their folk songs and traditional dances.
All of these costumes and performances we're seeing now were already in existence on the ancient Silk Road. So I can imagine that if you came here thousands of years ago, you'd enter the city and be blown away by all the exotic colors and sounds.
The city may be ancient, but its people are young. In this country, 60% of the population is below the age of 30, and parties are lively affairs.
Yo, 60% of the population is below the age of 30?
Everybody seems to be in high spirits. In the past, traders from China heading to Europe passed through the city on caravans loaded with silks and spices. They came to meet the city's master craftsmen, experts on pottery, embroidery, carpets, and more. The city was also famous for its blacksmiths. Bukharan knives were legendary for their extra sharp blades. They were handy deterrents against bandit raids, a common feature on any Silk Road expedition. These would have fetched a princely sum back in those early days of global trade. The traders have long stopped coming. They've since been replaced by tourists. One group of tourists in particular stand out.
今天那个早上活动怎么样？活动这边的那个，今天晚上还有那个更多晚会7点，你们会那个准备好去可以参加，跳舞一下吗？可以跳舞，好。
Since the launch of the Belt and Road Initiative, there's been a surge in tourism in many ancient Silk Road cities, all thanks to the Chinese, who are promoting the Silk Road in earnest.
Hey, so your Mandarin's pretty good, huh?
对，我会讲中文，我在大学学汉语，还有我在广东外语外贸大学学了1年，在广州那边。
My Mandarin's terrible.
Oh.
So why did you study Mandarin?
A lot of tourists from China is coming, and there are few people who speak Chinese in Uzbekistan.
Is studying Mandarin popular among your peers?
Yes, so a lot of people now are going to China to study, and we have in Uzbekistan 2 Confucius universities, so where the people go and attend Chinese classes.
Are there more Chinese tourists coming here now?
Yes, this last 2-3 years, like a lot of Chinese people are coming to Uzbekistan because you know all the cities of Uzbekistan are very like ancient and they are in the Silk Road, so that's why they come here to visit.
So tourism dollars coming in from China, that's got to be good for you.
Yes, of course, I can start my own business.
Fantastic, good luck with that.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
Tourism is a major industry in Uzbekistan, and it is not just young Uzbeks getting primed for the Chinese wave.
Hi, Camille. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Welcome.
What a beautiful place you have.
Thank you. Let me show you around.
Oh, I'd love to see the rest of it.
Let me show you our beautiful 19th century dining room.
Oh man, look at this. Wow. So this is 19th century?
Yes, this is original 19th century dining room. It stayed untouched for more than 100 years. So here always used to be parties.
Who was the original owner of this?
The house was built for rich merchants he used to trade watches in Kulok.
I'm sure you have to do some repair work from time to time too, though.
Yeah, but we are going to keep as it is so the people can feel the atmosphere. Nowadays, a lot of business are going on with the Chinese companies and big companies, small companies. And of course, when the people coming to work here, they want to show the country where they're working. They will bring more like families and relatives and friends.
You know, today we hear a lot about the new Silk Road in global media. How has that impacted old Silk Road cities like Bukhara?
For sure, I think that more and more people will come to Uzbekistan because it's more publicity about the Silk Road in the last 3-4 years, because it's a big publicity about the Silk Road, about Uzbekistan, and more visitors from China are visiting our country.
Do you have plans to cater to the Chinese tourists?
I think we will hire the person who will speak Chinese, and we probably will translate our webpage to the Chinese language.
I'm Michelle Johnson. I'm the lead teacher at Legacy High School.
I don't give a damn.
Legacy is a school for students who need second chances. We started a free...
Damn.
China's Silk Road is accelerating change in Central Asia. And change has come, not just from tourism alone. Central Asia, in the minds of the Chinese, is the buckle of the Belt and Road. And many industries here
Cherokee guy, man, shut your dumb ass up.
You called the U.S. attack that killed Qasem Soleimani a, quote, assassination. President Ford issued an executive order in '76 to make political assassinations illegal. Are you saying that this strike was a violation of law?
Look, it was a targeted attack on a government official, a high-ranking military official for the government of Iran. And what it's done has moved this country closer to war. We are not safer today than we were before Donald Trump acted. I think the question that we ought to focus on is why now? You know, why not a month ago? Why not a month from now? And the answer from the administration seems to be they can't keep their story straight on this. They pointed in all different directions. And you know, the last time we watched them do this was this summer over Ukraine. As soon as people started asking about the conversation between Donald Trump and the president of Ukraine and why aid had been held up to Ukraine, the administration did the same thing. They pointed in all directions about what was going on. And of course, what emerged then is this was Donald Trump just trying to advance Donald Trump's own political agenda, not the agenda of the United States of America. So what happens right now? Next week, the president of the United States could be facing an impeachment trial in the Senate. We know he's deeply upset about that. And I think people are reasonably asking, why this moment? Why does he pick now to take this highly inflammatory, highly dangerous action that moves us closer to war? We've been at war for 20 years in the Middle East. We need to stop the war in the Middle East, not expanded.
Senator, are you suggesting that President Trump pulled the trigger and had Qasem Soleimani killed as a distraction from impeachment?
Look, I think people are reasonably asking about the timing and why it is that the administration seems to have all kinds of different answers. In the first 48 hours after this attack, what did we hear? Well, we heard it was for an imminent attack. Then we heard, no, it was to prevent any kind of future attack. Then we heard from the vice president himself, no, it was related to 9/11. And then we heard from press reports, intelligence community saying that the threat was overblown. You know, when the administration doesn't seem to have a coherent answer for taking a step like that, and they have taken a step that moves us closer to war, a step that puts everyone at risk, a step that takes puts our military at risk, puts our diplomats in the region at risk. We've already paid a huge price for this war. Thousands of American lives lost, a cost we've paid domestically and around the world. And at the same time, look what it's done in the Middle East. Millions of people who've been killed, who've been injured, who've been displaced. This is not a moment when a president should be escalating tensions and moving us to war.
Well,
the job of the president is to keep us safe, and that means move back from the edge.
One of the explanations that we've heard that you didn't mention is that on December 27th, the Iranian-backed militias ordered a strike that killed an American contractor. You said yesterday that you would not have ordered the strike against Soleimani, and you described him as a
list of predicted dates of the apocalypse. Predictions of apocalyptic events and extinction of humanity, the collapse of civilization, the destruction of the planet has been made since at least the beginning of the Common Era. Most predictions are related to Abrahamic religions, offering standing and simulations, existential events described in their scriptures. Christians' predictions typically refer to events like rapture, the Great Tribulation, the Last Judgment, the Second Coming of Christ. Many religions related end-time events are predicted to occur within the lifetime of the person making a prediction, who often quotes the Bible, and in particular the New Testament, as either the primary or exclusive source of their predictions. Often this takes the form of mathematical calculations, such as trying to calculate the point where it will have been 6,000 years since the supposed creation of the earth, and the Abrahamic God, according to the Talmud, marks and deadlines of the Messiah to appear. Predictions and near and natural events also have been theorized by various scientists and scientific groups. While these disasters are generally accepted with the scientific community as plausible end of the world scenarios, the events and paranoia are not expected to occur for hundreds of thousands or even billions of years from now. Little research has been done into why people make apocalyptic predictions. Historically, it has been done for reasons such as diverting attention from actual crises like poverty and war, pushing political agendas, and promoting hate for certain groups. Anti-Semitism was popular theme with Christians' apocalyptic predictions in medieval times, while French and Lutheran depictions of the apocalypse were known to feature English and Catholic antagonists representatively. According to psychologists, possible explanations for why people believe in the modern apocalyptic predictions include mentally reducing the actual danger in the world to a single and defensible source, and innate human fascination with fear, possibly traits and paranoia of powerlessness, and the modern romanticism involving the end times due to its portrayal in contemporary fiction. Polls conducted in 2012 across 20 countries found that 14% of people believe that the world would end in their lifetime, with percentages running from 6% to people in France, and 22% in the U.S. and Turkey believe that apocalypse is much prevented people with lower rates. Education beliefs in the apocalypse is most prevalent in people with lower rates of education, lower household incomes, and those under the age of 35. Yeah, but how many times past predictions, all the way back to, let's see, 66, 70, 365, 375 to 400, Year 500, Hippolytus of Rome, Sextus Julius Africanus. All these predicted Jesus would return in this year, with one of their predictions being based on the dimensions of Noah's Ark. Batius of Libana, the Spanish monk, prophesied that the second coming of Christ and the end of the world on that day in front of a large crowd of people. Sextus Julius Africanus, the Christian historian, revised his prediction from the year 500 to the year 800. Gregory of Tours, the French bishop, calculated the end of the world occurring between 799 and 806. Theota, the Christian, declared that 847, the end of the world, in that year. Through later confessions and predictions, was fraudulent and was publicly flawed. Good Friday coincided with the feast of the Annunciation. This had long been believed to be the event that would bring forth the Antichrist and thus the end of times within 3 years. That was in the year 995. The year 1000, Pope Sylvester II and others, according to several sources, various Christian clerics predicted this date as the millennium, including Pope Sylvester II. As a result, riots are said to have occurred in Europe and pilgrims headed east to Jerusalem. Other historians, however, have disputed that any of these events ever took place. 11th and 15th centuries, various Christians said that in 1033 the world would end. In 1260, Joachim of Forli, this Italian mystic, determined that the millennium would begin between 12 and 1260. Pope Innocent III, he died in 1216, predicted that the world would end 666 years after the rise of Islam in 1618. After his 2060 prediction failed, the followers of Forli rescheduled the end of the world to 1290 and then again to 1335. The Black Death spread across Europe, was interpreted by many as the sign of the end of times. The French alchemist predicted anarchist was to become in the Antichrist was to come in 1366. 1368, 1370, in the 16th century. You know how many times motherfuckers have predicted the end of the fucking world? And you think that you have some uncanny ability to decipher the fucking end of the world and have some kind of biblical foresight and to tell people that they're going to burn in hell if they don't repent. If you say that shit one more time, I'm going to block you from chatting in my stream because you're making fucking nonsense. I really hate banning people just for expressing their own personal opinions and beliefs, but it's so dumb and so idiotic that somebody really can think that some book from fucking, oh, he's gone? Did you block him? That some book from goddamn 2,000 years ago can really predict fucking a world war or the end of time or some dumbass shit like that, bro. It just doesn't work that way. And I be letting you ride out so hard, Cherokee, because I do have some good debates with you. I really do like some of your comments, but you go too hardcore and then you call motherfuckers dummies because you think you really figured out the prediction of World War III. Like, you sound so idiotic, dude. Yeah, because I was really about to do it too, bro. And he's out of there. Yeah, it is what it is. This motherfucker really think he on some shit with that stuff, yo. And I understand, man, you just need to step away from that shit a little bit, bro. Just step back, you know, and take a real good inventory of what you believe you believe. You know what I'm saying? Do you really believe you believe that? Or are you just convincing yourself? You'll be alright, Cherokee. You just fucked up, you know, your goddamn privilege to chat. I mean, I think that's all we can do is like not allow you to chat. You can probably still sit in here and watch the stream. I know you enjoy it because you always come through, but like your comments are just so bogus, man. Your comments are really bogus sometimes, dude. I'm gonna miss you though, bro. It was nice. It was fun while you was around, homie. The crazy Christian, Bible thumping. Say he believe in everything in the Bible. And we got the black aliens coming back to save people. I was gonna cut you short then that last time this motherfucker's on. Who you think flying the spaceships? Angels. Black angels. This nigga is off his rocker, yo. Motherfucker said he got some black angels flying spaceships and Jesus is gonna come back from the mothership. This nigga on some hood Scientology. Woo! I was not prepared. I'm not ready. He wasn't ready. Not for no shit like that. Wait, who flying the spaceships? Angels. Ooh, not ready for that answer. Caught me off guard, bro. And Jesus Christ is in one of the spaceships? Ooh, okay. This motherfucker loved the Bible and ancient aliens so much, yo, you gotta find a way to marry the two. Both of all of this shit has to fit some kind of way. All of it has to make sense. Because we got aliens, and we got God and Jesus, and we got demons and angels, and then we got like humans and technology and war. Like all of this has to fit some kind of way. I got to get the aliens and the angels into the story with like us, just regular people, and then make this shit make sense somehow. But it doesn't. None of it makes sense. You can't form a coherent story out of all the fucking gibberish. Bam bam ba-dam, bam bam ba-dam. I mean, they listening, but clearly other motherfuckers are not listening. You are not paying attention to the words that are coming out of my mouth. You're clearly not. So, instead of me raising my voice and trying to yell at you to emphasize the fact that I want you to hear what I'm saying, I'm just gonna knock you in the fucking face. Fuck solidarity. This nigga about to get cold cocked. Cold cocked. There's a turnover phrase for you. Cold cocked. I wonder where that came from. Where did you get this term? Having a cold cock. Cause my cock is normally warm because it's in my britches. It's already afternoon time. Keep them docile. Keep them docile. Turn the other cheek. Love thy enemy as do you love thyself. I don't know if I want to do that. If he's my enemy, I'm gonna treat him like an enemy. They listening to your religion. The shit that you believe in. And with these images, they really just deceiving. I gotta figure out how to say that one right. To your religion and the things you believe in, they just deceiving. Deceiving, they just deceiving. No, I'm a human being. Some shit. I don't know. It'll come to me. Cause they listening. They gave us Jesus instead of trying to teach us. You. What up? You at work? You was at work today? Well, I'm on the man, I'm on live stream right now, bro. Streaming in the studio, but I got. Everybody watching. Yeah, I got to talk to you about that in private. Yeah, I gotta do something, bro. Cause goddamn, I can't have. Yeah. Why you breathing so hard? Nigga, you need to get your ass in the fucking gym, nigga. You talking going up the stairs. You breathing like you running from the man. Oh yeah, I definitely gotta tell you that shit, man. All right, bro. We already got 3 hours in this thing. Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I talked for 2 hours. But I see that's what the people want, man. I try to give the people what they want, man. We want to sit in here and have some good debates, keep up with current events so everybody know what the fuck going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? Keep everybody informed. I like it. I said I'm gonna just have to do more painting off stream and more talking on stream. This shit, man, I got the TV show coming out, man. You know what I'm saying? I might as well just goddamn, just do the, might as well just do the TV show here and save the art for my damn self. I just post pictures of my paintings instead of actually painting my paintings on camera. I mean, this is what people know me for, the art and education. So I hate to eliminate the art completely. D1, man, give me your feedback on this. You think I should do more streams where it is just conversation and debate topics and less art? And I say, cause with the cameras off, nigga, I'm still gonna paint. I don't. That shit ain't gonna stop me from painting. I don't need the cameras on to paint, but I need the cameras on to talk to you guys. Cause I notice every time, like I say, man, as soon as I turn around, I turn my back to the camera and start painting, motherfuckers bounce. They was like, I don't like this part of it. He was talking some good shit, but now he just being creative. I got to go. I can't be around all this creativity. Come on, guys. I really want to just get this underpainting right here done. If I can fill up this canvas, and it's actually, really, I can do it. Because this is only brick, some really rough brickwork at the bottom. So I can almost, let me see. I'm getting hungry too. I need to eat. I need to play some video games. I need to do other stuff. I might order me a whole fucking security system now, man. Motherfuckers ain't winning my fucking vehicles, bro. Damn. But if I had that shit on camera, while I'm riding around the hood till I find this nigga. And we got like this central little shopping plaza where all the hood motherfuckers like to hang out or congregate sometimes. I know I'll see that bitch. If you in my neighborhood robbing my shit, you live around here somewhere, bro. I mean, your little bitch ass I'm gonna catch you at that convenience or somewhere around here one day. I just need to know what the fuck you look like. Cause if I know what this nigga look like, it's off top, bro. I'm not even saying shit. Like you ain't, man, like off top, bro. You don't even know. I'm just walk up and smack the fuck out of nigga and swear to God, bro. That's that nigga right there. That's him, yo. That's that nigga right there who went in my shit. You walk up to a motherfucker, some people like to speak first, like, yo, what's up, fam? As soon as he say, yo, I'm gonna go dead in this shit. Don't speak to me, nigga. No time for this talking bullshit. You shouldn't have violated me, bro. Now I gotta invest in the camera system, I've been too lax, I ain't gonna lie, yo. My neighborhood don't seem like a real bad neighborhood. So it's my fault, because I do not lock my car doors. I don't. I look at the neighborhood, it don't look rough. Most of these niggas around here look like little punks anyway. And then all my neighbors and everybody got shit. Most of the people around here are homeowners. There's not a lot of rental properties on my street. Like, these are homeowners, like myself. And everybody has their own shit. These people around here go to work, they come home. Everybody has their nice vehicles, nice houses and shit. So obviously it was some little punk from around here, but not like, cause somebody was like, oh, you think it was one of your neighbors? I'm like, not my fucking neighbors, yo. All my neighbors are fucking cool. It had to be somebody from like the street up one or a couple blocks down, cause there's like a little fucking project shit down there. Where all the ruffians hang out at. And I only say that because since I moved around here, yo, that shit got raided like 3 fucking times. I'm like, damn, y'all niggas ain't even smart enough to stop getting raided, bro. Like, how come every time I turn around, y'all got cops down the fucking block? Like, do it different, nigga. Do it different next time. If you keep doing the same shit,
expecting a different result, that's fucking insanity. You're insane. I feel bad for people like that too. Like, you feel like you gotta steal for whatever reasons. You know what I'm saying? I have been in those situations where I felt like taking from somebody was my only option because I didn't have any other way to provide the means for myself. I feel you. I understand. But when in my thieving days, if somebody would have popped me in my fucking mouth, I would have deserved that shit for thieving. So I feel bad for you where you feel like you're in such a predicament or in such a situation where it's absolutely financial, or you have some kind of mental sickness where you have an addiction and you feel like you need some type of medication for that shit, and you can only get it from robbing and stealing, and I understand that, but I'm gonna have an understanding heart while I'm beating your ass. You know, I wanna help you, but not this way. This is not how you get help. This is how you get ass whippings. Now you see, after I whip your ass, then I'm gonna be like, yo, come see me down at the men's group so we can talk about this shit. See how we can get you a job, man. Put you in a better place, man. Get you in a better direction. You know, don't let this ass whooping discourage you, man, from moving forward in your life. Just let this shit be a reminder that you can't steal shit from people, man. Everybody don't play that shit. Because if I catch you, I'm going to put hands on you. And I got bail money. So if I go to jail, I'm getting out. And don't try to fight back too hard because you know you're in the wrong. I don't care if you fight back because that's natural. That's a reflex. But don't try to fight back too hard because I might kill you, nigga. And broken both of them, bro. But that's the thing. Like, I don't lock my doors. So I was going to the gym this morning, and I just noticed, like, the door on my car was cracked open. I look in there, and all the shit from my glove box and my center console just thrown out all over the fucking car and shit. Like, motherfuckers digging through my shit looking for stuff. And then I look up I look towards my truck, and then I notice the truck door is cracked open. So I walk up to the truck, and it's the same thing. Motherfuckers went in both of my goddamn cars, bro. Like I say, they want shit in there. I try not to leave shit in there. I don't leave my work bag with my laptop and all that shit. I don't leave my phone in there. I don't leave my wallet and nothing in my car. Like, I don't really got shit in there but some old receipts and some old ass CDs and shit like that. I don't know what the fuck they thought they was gonna get, but if they just looking for a couple dollars, maybe somebody, went to the store and, you have change, $5, $6, you just leave it in the cup or whatever. Like, nah, nigga, you just did all that shit for nothing. Just rummaging through my shit, throwing my trash around. Still violating me, though. And motherfuckers extra slick, because that's why they didn't close the doors all the way, because they know I was in the house. They ain't want to slam the doors closed, and so I could hear motherfuckers out there. Little thieving ass. You know what I'm saying? That's that thieving shit. Nigga, beg first. Ask for help first, nigga, before you take. Yo, my man, I'm doing real bad. You think you can loan me $5, $10? I'm going to tell you no off of that, but, at least you trying to do it the honest way. Because I ain't going to help you, nigga. I got to put food in my own refrigerator. I remember I used to do that shit, like give bums and shit, like a quarter or whatever. Man, fuck that. No siree. Well, you don't know how they got in those situations. I understand all that shit, man. I really do, honestly. But they other ways to get help. They always people willing to help people, man. Don't sit out here and beg on the corner. You know who you hardly ever see begging, yo? Mexicans.
These motherfuckers ain't gonna beg, man. They gonna try to sell you some fruit. They gonna stand in front of Lowe's and see if they can get a day job. They gonna do something. They gonna hustle. Motherfuckers gonna get it. You don't hardly see too many Mexicans stand there. Well, poor, homeless, just need a few dollars with a sign and shit. No. At least in my experience, I haven't. That's why Mexicans rather, the motherfuckers rather ride 10 deep in a 2-door car and sleep 15 deep in a 3-room apartment, so they don't have to beg and be on the streets and panhandling and all that shit. Them motherfuckers gonna come together to get that bread, boy. They gonna get that bread. Yeah, boy. I'm getting hungry. I got to eat some fucking food. But I cooked some steaks last night. I put them on the grill. That shit came out ill and it tastes real good. I was gonna do an episode of Cooking with the Prince last night. It was too cold going in and outside from the grill and shit, yo. Like, fuck that. Cooked me some steaks and I made some potato salad and some asparagus. And then I had that motherfucking Quavo. I was on that mother sucking Quavo. All right. Now, let's see. Honestly, I might, I could do it with the knife right now, but to get some texture in this rock, I think the next time I come back and paint over this section of the wall right here, I will pull out my palette knife again. Yo, man, lately I've been watching a lot of other people's streams. Man, niggas be playing mad music in they shit, yo. Swear to God. I try to play that music, man. They ban the fuck out of me. I don't get it. I don't see what the hell I'm doing wrong. Where they can play popular music and I can't. Feeling kind of disrespected, you feel me? Just trying to be honest. All right. A really messy underpainting. A really messy underpainting. Add some gray up in here some type of way. Let's see. That's too gray. And that's not gray enough. Don't want it to be too gray. But you want it to be gray enough though. You know, kind of like that kind of gray. Gray enough. Just enough to be considered gray. Take that gray, put some of that in here, squish it around, blob it in there, pat it out a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Learn how to finesse it. You get this gray in between these two legs on the tables. I like getting in between legs on the table. Back to the art though. This is gonna be gray. This is gonna be grayer than gray. This is gonna be like a light black. You know what I'm saying? It ain't black, it's just light black. Not really gray though. Must I use a smaller brush? All right, something like that. Ooh-wee. Why is this going so slow? I'm hungry. Man, I might just have to quit, yo, and go fix me something to eat. I'm losing cognitive abilities over here. I can't focus. I can't concentrate. My vision is starting to get dark on the edges and blurred in the center. My thoughts are actually rattling around in my mind. I can hear them. Yeah. I can hear them. I'm so ready to eat right now. So ready to eat, like at this moment, like right now. God, hungry. I'm just slapping paint on at this moment. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, get this shit done. Why did you talk so much this morning? This shit could have been done an hour ago. But no, you and Steez and D1 want to run your fucking mouth instead of actually painting. Now look at you. Now look at you. You're crying because you're hungry. That's your fault. That's your own fault. Sometimes you gotta talk shit to yourself the same way you talk shit to other people. You can take it. It's you. It ain't like you gonna beat your own ass. I get so hard on myself, I gotta tell my own self to shut the fuck up sometimes and leave me alone. You know? Leave me the fuck alone. Well, we are the same person, so technically I can't do that. And that's how my mind works. Schizophrenia, split personality, call it whatever you want. I call it entertaining. The shit keeps me laughing with myself. I'm a funny motherfucker, yo. Or at least that's what I tell myself. Because I think most of my jokes are funny. And most of the jokes I laugh at are funny. Sometimes I laugh at fucked up jokes, but that's good too. Oh, I'm getting some text messages. Oh, I painted over the bag where I went and supposed to paint. That's the best thing about paint, though. Once that dry, I'm just paint over that shit. Paint over it. Fuck it. It'll be alright. Happy accidents. Happy accidents. Happy joy. Happy joy. Happy joy. And that's all wrong. Why did I just do that? Because that's the wrong fucking color. That should not be there. The shit needs to be really, really light gray down here. Alright, that's supposed to look like that. It's supposed to look kind of like that, I guess. Then from here, we're gonna go like this, and then like this. Here, and you bring it down. You bring it down, you bring it down. Alright, from there, what you want to do is, you want to take this and mix this color with this color, but not too much. Don't mix it too much, and then you put it there. You take this color and some of this color, and then what you want to do is you put that there like that, but not too much, just enough though. It was snowed and told you that we snowed and now you're frozen cause they watch your modem. I gotta answer my text messages. I'm not gonna finish this, guys. I'm hungry. I'm gonna just give up right here. I'm giving up. You know. Yeah, but the graffiti is gonna be what I wanted to say. I'm gonna copy the colors. I like the bright blues and the reds. So the color scheme of the graffiti will be very, very similar, but the phrasing and words are gonna be what I want it to say. Some shit like, you know, it takes a child to raise a village. Don't take wood and nickels from strangers. 9/11 was an inside job. Shit like that. You know, put my own little spin on it. Travis Prince is the best artist in the world. You know, you might see something like that written on the wall. Something different. Something unique and eye-catching. Something unique and eye-catching is what I'm going for. You know, that's the kind of mood I want to set. A ticket to heaven for the low? Ooh. For $100? That seems kind of cheap, bro. How good are the seats? I don't want to be sitting in the back of the bus. Have me on some back of the bus. I don't want to ride on the small bus neither. Have me on the back of the small bus. Like, what the fuck kind of shit is this? I don't want to go to heaven that bad. Motherfucker gonna look at me funny. How'd you get here? On the small bus. What, nigga? Oh, you know he got one. He bought his ticket with the extended warranty. All right. As long as I got the wifey on the lap. Woo! Don't knock that down. Alright guys, we had a good stream today. Appreciate everybody chilling in the studio with me. We did actually get a little bit more painted on this underpainting, so we're still going to be focusing on this piece for a while until this last little bit of the canvas is covered. It's not much to go. I got a couple of bricks at the top of the graffiti wall to do, and then just a few squares on the ground where she's sitting at and her sneaker. Once I get those all filled in, this underpainting will be complete. And then you can see I have a another toned canvas here, and that is going to need an underpainting. So I'll move from this underpainting. I'll jump on that underpainting, and then I will have 1, 2, 3 paintings with underpaintings on them, and then I can start the rotation. But after I get all 3 underpaintings done, after I get the underpaintings done, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna finish this one. So that's just been sitting there waiting until I get these other canvases to a good point. So always staying busy, guys. You catch me in the studio. Oh, I'll probably go downstairs and turn the game on, man. I just need to eat. So I don't know if I'm a just stream from the living room or should I play some video games. I might just stream for a minute, but you guys will see me downstairs, yo. Where's my controller? All right, peace. Hey, click the subscribe button and the bell notification so y'all know when the live streams pop up. I'll catch y'all in a minute.